Right.
All right. Um, okay, so we learned about it in this parsha, in Parsha Vayeshev. We're getting very, very close to Hanukkah, so hopefully we'll be able to talk a little bit about Vayeshev and a little bit about Hanukkah, which is approaching. We see the birth of the twins, Yehuda's, after the whole story with Yosef and Yehuda and Tamar, and then Tamar is pregnant with twins, and as she's about to give birth, the story parrots the second twin, the second baby, you know, pushes forward and comes out first. And the mialedet, what does the mialedet say? So the mialedet says, "Ma paratza alayich peretz," which Rashi explains. Peretz literally means like it's some form of a breach, it's some form of a breaking through. And Rashi says, "Chazakta alayich chozek," when you've come through with strength. So it says the Ramban something very, very interesting. So what does this mean? What does the word peretz mean? What do we mean by peretz? The Ramban explains that what is peretz? The Indian peretz b'kol makom nititza. It's a breach. It's breaking through. It's breaking through of what? Of a geder, of a fence. And then the Ramban brings a few proofs from Tanakh. The first proof is from Yeshayahu, Parot Gidro. We're breaking through a fence. And the second, Lama Parasta Gedreha. Why are you breaking through a geder in Yeshayahu? And then the Ramban brings another, and the Ramban brings from the Gemara and Sukkah, what is peretz? What does the word peretz mean? Peretz is what they used to call ganavim. In other words, it's people that don't, it's people that are breaking through one from what is not theirs, or from what's there, from what's theirs into somebody else's property. And that's the language of peretz. However, and all of that, everything we've seen so far from peretz, of the definitions of peretz, that's all negative. But then says the Ramban something fascinating. Aval Yomar b'lashon hakodesh al kol over gvul hadavar uparatzta yama v'kedma. There's also that really peretz is not negative per se. It's the idea of going beyond your borders. It's over a gvul. You're expanding beyond your borders. And uparasa yama v'kedma, what we say the bracha of to the avos. And then another proof, we say by Yaakov, by Yifrot ha'ish ma'od ma'od. He was extraordinarily successful beyond the normal means. Says Rav Zevin, that when we look at Gedarim in general, so we're seeing a lot in this war. We're seeing their walls and their fences and their breaches. There are two reasons that there is a fence. So the first reason is one is for Knisa and one is Yitzia. One is to protect the people inside, or one is to maintain and sustain what's inside, and the other one is to and the other one is to protect from outside. So when it comes from bad things, you obviously want to protect, and the purpose of a fence is to protect bad things from coming in. However, there's an exception. When it comes to good, the fence works in two different ways. The fence is kind of funny. It doesn't protect. You want it to protect bad things from coming in. In other words, we have borders in Eretz Yisrael, and we want the borders to protect the Tuma from coming into Eretz Yisrael. However, the fence doesn't stop the good from going out. There's an exception. Is that when it comes from the good, Torah, and that the good can expand beyond the normal borders. And that's the exception when it comes to fences, and that's why peretz, which normally sounds a breach sounds negative. However, when it comes the breach really, for us, the yama v'kedma, a breach can be extremely positive. So when we saw at first in the war, we saw the onset of the war, we saw the breach in the worst form possible. However, what we're doing is we're taking this darkness and we're illuminating it outward. And that's the idea of Hanukkah. Mirza Hashem, we're going to take the light, we're going to take the Torah, and we're going to take all the good that we have in this world, and we're going to illuminate the entire world, and we're going to breach all of the fences and all of the limitations that we have. And Mirza Hashem, we should have a massive Yeshua. I'll just conclude with how the Ramban concludes. The Ramban concluded. The Ramban says, "Va'amar alayich ki haya hagad." This is talking about the mialedet. Va'amar alayich ki haya hagader alav hu kalu betocha. It's like the baby. This baby parrot was captive. He was kalu. He was imprisoned. Betocha klomar ma parat alayich parat gadol begader v'yatzev mimenu. And yet, and what do we see? That there was a great breaching and a great Yeshua of this baby parrots. And Mirza Hashem, just like these baby parrots, all of those in captivity shall breach should breach through and should shine light, and we should bring the Geula Shlema, and just like parrots leads to Mashiach ben David, and Mirza Hashem, we should see Mashiach ben David very, very soon.
Amen. Thank you very much. Powerful message. Same time, same place, everybody, tomorrow night. Thank you very much.